Alright, so here is the here's the logic board here, and if you look closely you can see that. So I'm not even sure there are schematics for these things, but I doubt that there are component level schematics. So anyways, if you look right here, you can see that there is a component missing here, and it looks like it was probably ripped off or something like that. So it doesn't look like there was anything here before, but there's definitely something here. So what I'm going to do is just put a big backlight, big LCD filter here, which is common amongst most of the iPads, and hopefully that'll fix it. I'm not exactly sure, but you know what? Before that's all blurry, but I definitely need to get a better setup somehow. I don't think I've changed my camera setup since 2018. I gotta get it with the game. Anyways, a funny story, but I had a guy come in here with a Nintendo Switch a few months ago, and and he walked in and he was like, "Oh, my kid needs the data off of this Nintendo Switch, so it has to be repaired." I could say, "Bro, by the way, I hate fixing Nintendo Switches because I don't know, they're just a nightmare, man. Sometimes they'll come back and they'll be like, oh man, the controller doesn't work. Sometimes the dock station doesn't work. Sometimes it um, doesn't connect to the monitor and all that garbage, man. And it's just God. And the problem is you can't charge enough for these things to repair them. Not to mention that the MT whatever 3690 whatever chip is like costs almost $10 per chip. So anyways, it's like you can't charge that much, and it just ends up being a nightmare. I'll make this quick because if you're here to watch this iPad Pro backlight repair, then you're gonna listen to the story first. But anyway, so guy came in. I replaced. I didn't find any shorts anywhere. Okay, so I ended up just replacing the charge port. Anyways, even the charge port was fine. Replaced that MT chip. Replaced the PI 13 USB chip. And I think I accidentally damaged the LCD connector end. And so, anyways, all in all, it was a mess. It took a few hours probably to fix this thing, and I didn't even fix it at the end of the day. And so the guy was like, "Hey, is there anybody else you recommend?" I was like, "No, I don't know of anybody." So I guess he went online and he found this Northridge Fix guy. This guy's pretty entertaining, actually. I've seen a few of his videos before, but I don't know how he does it. But this guy is like non-stop video making and editing and all that stuff. So he's pretty cool. I mean, but anyway, so somehow, so I asked the customer, I was like, "Who'd you send it to?" He's like, "Northridge Fix in California." So I ended up going to his channel and looking for this video, and sure enough, he fixed this switch that I couldn't fix. And what ended up, you can watch this video, but you can just do a search for it on YouTube. But so he ended up just replacing everything that I replaced and said, "Oh, this is wrong." But I'm pretty confident in my work, and I didn't think it was anything that I had already repaired. So, anyways, um, so I didn't realize that the BQ chip there's some BQ chip on this thing that also goes bad, and so he ended up replacing this right at the end, and that ended up fixing this stupid thing. But go ahead and watch this video because you'll see what I did to it and what he did to it, and anyways, ended up being a mess. So I'll go ahead and stop this now, and I'll continue with this other repair. Anyways, hope everyone's enjoying your holidays. It's been crickets here, as I'm sure there are crickets everywhere. I mean, because we get a lot of stuff from other repair shops in the area, and they have definitely not been sending many things. So I'm assuming that everybody's a little bit slow, and I'm not sure if it's because of the holidays, COVID, possibly the new iPhone, maybe. I mean, I think it kind of slows down, but anyways, definitely crickets for a few months now, probably. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for a filter here to replace this one. Where? Okay, here it goes. So I'm using an iPad 3 4 backlight filter, and it's rated at it's a 0402 240 ohm filter. And I find that this one's generally good enough for just about all the else, like backlight LCD and stuff like that on the iPads. Get this sucker off. Dang it. Okay. Alright, done. Got it now. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I'm just gonna pop this right there, and then that should be good. I'm just gonna go cut this, because it's gonna be in my way. Cut this too. Oh no, I lost it. Alright, so let's see. Let's do this. Fume extractor. Get a little bit of flux. You don't want to use too much flux, otherwise it's going to be a little bit of a mess here. Probably a good idea to tin the tip of your soldering iron. Just a little bit. What did I say this was? A1980? I think that's what I said. Alright, so you just need a little bit of solder. Okay, just clean this joint up a little bit. Make it nice and shiny. Maybe clean those joints up a little bit. And anyways, you don't really need to do much, so you go like this. Okay, so and I think so. Anyways, just make sure you isolate the battery before you do this. Just gonna bring in my tweezers. Awkwardness. You know, it's weird, but this left side here actually feels like it's ground, so I need to double check that. Because if it's ground, then it's definitely not going to be a filter there, and that's definitely not going to be the issue. But maybe it's not. Could probably use a little bit more flux here. Alright, let me get a little bit more flux, just because it's not really flowing that great. Okay, there it goes. Alright, that's good. Alright, so let me just get my multimeter out, just make sure both sides are not ground, and it should be roughly like 0.3 or something like that in diode mode. So diode mode, okay, 0.5. 0.5. I think the newer iPads, I think they do have like 0.48, 0.5 or something like that. So I think it's fine. Pretty sure. If this doesn't work, then I'll just go take a look at the diodes, but I'm pretty sure this is gonna be fine. Alright, clean it up with some IPA. And so when I isolate the battery, I always, like, I don't know if you can see this or not, but this is like a metal spudger. Never, in the newer versions of the iPads, I would never, like, slide a guitar pick underneath the battery connector, because it's going to damage the battery connector, then it's going to be a nightmare. I always put a metal spudger. You know, one of these little metal spudders. Sometimes one on each side, but usually I just put one on one side just to isolate, just to lift it up, okay? So let's go ahead and reassemble this sucker now. Let's see if the backlight works on it. Okay. I'll just put the battery connector back, or the battery screw, just because I'm hoping this will work. Alright, so USB-C connector. Let's just pop this sucker in here. I don't know if you can see that or not, but there you go. So USB-C connector, and the light is on, so I think we're good. Well, okay, so I don't think there are little Face ID things connected on here, so maybe maybe it's, yeah, I don't even know where that is, actually. I'm not sure if they included it or not, but I think I'll just, yeah, I don't see it in the bag here, so I'll just send it back to them as is. Backlight has been repaired, and we'll just get this. I think that's it, really. Anyways. So anyways, that's how you do an iPad Pro 11-inch model A1980 A1980 backlight repair. This is a backlight filter repair. So I mean, I'm not sure if I've ever done one of these, but this was really just a pride image. I don't think this was actually plugging it in and blowing the filter. So anyways, the repair is the same, and nothing new here. Let's see, I'm not sure. I mean, I don't have much to talk about here. So let me think of a few things in maybe the next video. All right. Thanks for watching. I just wanted to say thank you for watching our YouTube channel. We make these videos to help you guys learn how to do micro soldering for normal repairs. I want to take this time to promote our online course here. We created an online course hosted at udemy.com. If you go directly to Udemy, it's $150. If you go through microsoldering.com, click on store shop, and then click on this first product right here, there's a coupon code that gives you $50 off of our online course. So our online course, it was created by Tom and myself. It contains 4.5 to 5 hours of online video instruction. It'll teach you everything that you need to know to get started with micro soldering. So basically, we start with the basics, just the component level, how to use ZXW tools, how to set up your tools, what kind of tools you need, how to set up your hot air rework stations, use your micro pencil and tweezers and DC power supply and all that stuff. And then we go into actual repairs. So the 4 most common problems are no backlight, no touch, no charge, and loop disease. And with the newer versions of the iPhones, we also have a section on logic board separation, because with the 10 and up, the logic boards come in 2 pieces. So we also have a section on how to separate them and put them back together. And then our last section is all about data recovery. So this is it's 4.5 hours of just good stuff just to help you get started, okay? And with the way that cell phone repair is going these days, I think it's essential to learn how to do micro soldering for your business. If you're interested, like I said, just go to the website here, microsoldering.com, and click on store shop, and then click on this right here, and you'll get $50 off. So thank you for watching our channel, and hopefully you'll enjoy the course. Thank you.